up, everyone? Hope we're all doing well. I'm not doing that well because we're kind of stuck in a lose-lose scenario right now. Because Ilia Topuria did reveal on some sort of Spanish broadcast that he'll fight either Charles Oliveira or Islam Makhachev, and we've all known that for quite a while now, so nothing groundbreaking. But he also revealed that this all depends on the outcome of UFC 315, which takes place this Saturday between JDM and Belal Muhammad. If Belal Muhammad wins, Islam Makhachev won't move up in weight because he gets on with Belal and they love each other, yada yada yada. However, if JDM wins, Islam Makhachev will move up to 170, and therefore Ilia Topuria will take on Charles Oliveira, and I'd imagine it will be for the vacant lightweight title. And now if you're a Belal hater like myself, well, we're kind of stuck in this scenario where it's lose-lose. But if you're a Belal fan, well, then you're fucking sound, aren't you? Because really, it's still win or lose. Belal wins, you're happy. If JDM wins, you lose. I can't believe I'm going to be saying this. I may have to root for Belal Muhammad. I feel disgusting that I've just said that, but I may have to because I'm thinking of the grand scheme of things. I'm thinking of the bigger picture. I don't want that fight between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev to go away. I don't want that fight to escape us. And there's a very, very, very good chance that if JDM wins, Islam Makhachev moves up and we'll never get to see Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. Honestly, I've been wanting this fight for ever since he knocked out Max Holloway and Islam Makhachev got through Renato Moicano. Obviously, it was meant to be Arman, but regardless, ever since that happened, I was like, yes, I need to see this fight. The undefeated Ilia Topuria, the aura-farming merchant, the guy who's knocked out Volkanovski and Max Holloway back-to-back, who's now coming up to lightweight, again, undefeated, because quite well-rounded as well, and he oozes confidence, takes on Islam Makhachev, who, you know, has been the man at lightweight for a very long time now, been on a long winning streak, been very impressive as champion. It's just a match made in heaven. I cannot wait for this fight, and now there's a possibility we don't get this fight, and it all depends on the main event between JDM and Belal Muhammad. And this just sucks, man. I want JDM to win because he's entertaining, he's a fun fighter, I'm a fan of his. But I don't know, it's a price to pay for the greater good, in my opinion. I need to see JDM lose, unfortunately. Actually, we don't need to see either man lose. I've actually just thought of it. The best case scenario, a draw. Because if we get a draw, that means that Belal Muhammad retains the championship. Therefore, Islam Makhachev won't be like, you know what, I'm going to move up to 170. Unless he just wants to, you know, fuck everyone's plans up and move up regardless and fight Belal. But I don't think that will be the case. So hopefully there's a draw. Very competitive. It's very controversial. Most people say JDM should have won. It's a draw. So maybe they run it back between JDM and Belal. And in the future, JDM then takes the title off of Belal Muhammad and smashes his fucking face in, and then within that time frame, Islam Makhachev takes on Ilia Topuria. That would be the ideal world for me right now. And by the way, this isn't me shitting on the fight between Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira. I'm a Charles fan, but this is still a big fight as well. It's a very interesting fight, and I believe it would be a banger. I feel like most people will probably say Ilia Topuria wins that one, including myself, but I wouldn't count out Charles Blancs. That would be a very silly thing to do, and it would still be a very interesting matchup. So I wouldn't mind it, but again, I just really want to see Ilia versus Islam. That's the one that everyone wants to see. So this fight at UFC 315 is no longer just a matter of finding out whether Belal can make his first ever title defense, or to see whether JDM can finally get UFC gold. It's much more than that. It dictates what happens in that title picture in the weight class below the lightweight division. And what do I believe is going to happen? I'm actually quite conflicted on this entire fight, because usually I think most people say, yeah, Belal's gonna win this, you know, just go straight to Belal. I think he may be the favorite. I haven't looked at the odds, but JDM, I believe, because he's got that dog in him, and what we saw against Gilbert Burns, that he was able to come back through adversity and be able to get the comeback finish. And not only that, I always felt like Belal has always struggled with people with good hands. Obviously, he got battered by Jeff Neal, and in the first fight of Vicente Luque, he got slept very early on. I know against Vicente Luque in the rematch, he did a lot better, don't get me wrong, but Vicente Luque is not exactly massively known for his boxing. It's more of his Muay Thai, whereas JDM, it's just purely boxing pretty much. And I'm very interested to see whether JDM can do 5 rounds, whether he can, you know, not suffocate under the pressure of Belal Muhammad. It's a very interesting fight in my opinion, and I think it's going to be quite competitive, but ultimately I do believe that Belal is going to get his hand raised, and I'm hoping that happens only because, again, Ilya versus Islam Makhachev, but genuinely I do think Belal's going to win this one. I just think from the, you know, what we saw of I can't remember his fucking name. The one who Open Elliott smoked. You know who I'm on about. Forgot his fucking name. He had a lot of success with the grappling against JDM. You also had Gilbert Burns have a lot of success with his grappling against JDM. I don't know. I just feel like Belal's also going to have success against JDM, push a faster pace, and yeah, I'm just very interested in this fight. And again, it's got a lot more. It's got a lot more at stake now as well. But what do you guys think about this? Is it a lose-lose scenario for you? Let me know in the comments. Are you a Belal fan? Are you a Belal hater? What fight do you prefer to see? Charles versus Ilya, Ilya versus Islam? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.